for a Hearthstone tournament, especially with the Grand Tournament. I mean, it is in the name, so I'm basically honor bound to do one. And I finally put my heart in a blender. What? What? Hello people, my name is Rage and welcome one and all to Hearthstone and glorious news. I have finally decided what I want to do for my grand tournament, because I mean, let's be honest, I just had to do one. It's in the name. I feel like that's just some sort of honor-bound thing going on there. And it's honestly something that seems like it should have been obvious, and indeed it's something that you guys have suggested and requested. So what we're going to do is just have some good, glorious Hearthstone shenanigans fun with a Hijinks tournament. So each round of the tournament will be played with decks that have been built with restrictions. Only spells, only a certain manner of creatures, only legendaries, maybe only you can attack your opponent directly if they've got no creatures. Get a bit Yu-Gi-Oh ruling all up on this, as well as lots of suggested fun little rules and restrictions from you guys. So it's basically going to be people playing very seriously in a competitive tournament, but with decks that are completely garbage and hilarious. So I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to play a few games of Hearthstone with my first ever deck, just to embarrass myself a little, because I don't want to just do like a 2-minute announcement and then, yay, done, that's it, because I feel like I've robbed you of some good quality Hearthstone entertainment. At the end of this video, I'm going to go over how to apply for the tournament, so stick around for that. Or skip ahead because you're impatient. You just, I know you're gonna. You've already gone, haven't you? You've already skipped. You'll never hear me be this sad. So my first ever deck then, I've not changed this since my first sort of month of Hearthstone. I mean, it's got the Kelvin in, it's got a Wisp in, because I don't even know. So we'll play a game or two of this. It's not good, alright? It's just not a good deck. But yeah, initially, let me know what you think of doing a Hijinks tournament then. I think that's just a lot more fun, because you can find serious tournaments played with meta decks off the internet, back and forth, with Patron Warrior everywhere, and they'll just be the same decks repeated every bracket, and, that's no fun. Hearthstone is about silly fun in the veil of a card game, and I think we should embrace that it's not entirely serious over just, trying to force it to be, and I think really that's what this tournament will represent. And it also lets a much wider array of people join, instead of just being like, only people who have been legendary may play in my tournament. Everyone can come along and have fun, because it's stupid decks anyway, so really, what you gonna do? I actually think it's a much higher deciding factor of skill, this tournament, than a normal one, because A, you have to be clever at building a deck with limited rules, and B, you have to be good at playing a deck that you've probably never played before. So it's got a lot going for it in that respect, so I'm very, very excited. I really, really am. Okay, Pim, well, just look at my hand though. Just look at this hand. It's just so bad. It's just really so bad. It's just horrific. Just absolutely horrific. Alright, I don't even have anything to coin up to. This druid is like refusing to play anything worth attacking. I'm basically saving this walk-in to activate and execute. That's his purpose in life, to sacrifice himself into something he can't possibly defeat. Does this druid just have 10 mana cards? Is he playing Astral Communion? Oh, that totally needs to be one of the rules, doesn't it? A bit of Astral Communion action. Alrighty, Gurabashi Berserker, do the things! I used to love this card, and to be fair, there's a lot you can do with it, especially if you give it charge and then buff it up with various things, but it's just so pointless. It's too expensive for combos. I guess if you didn't have patrons, you could probably put it, but then it doesn't really make sense because you don't spawn more of them, so all in all, just really quite a poor choice. Okay, so we'll do that nicely. Execute it away, and then we'll get our draw power on, and then attack the face! If we win this game, I am going to be absolutely astounded. Just straight up, completely and utterly astounded. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Druid at a claw. It's the clawiest of the druids. I don't know why I went a little bit sort of Jamaican there, but I feel like a Jamaican druid would be pretty cool. He's just very relaxed. He's like, the wild, man. You gotta protect the wild. But when you feel like it, I can't do an accent very well. I'll admit. Admittedly, I'll admit that admittedly I'm not very good at that. Okay, so we still got a Gurabashi. That's all well and good. Do I want to put on the Arcanite Reaper? And then, actually, I think I do. And the reason I do is because I can do this, which will buff him up, kill that there, but then heal him up a little bit more, which won't remove his attack, but will give him room to grow. And he's now a very stable 5/5. And I can also slam him and welcome him to the jam for some more attack. So all in all, I think 100% successful. Probably Frostwolf next turn, assuming the Voodoo Doctor survives. If not, just a good, solid Sunwalker. Ooh, no time for games, guys. There's just no time for games. I mean, it's really sad how little time we have for games here. What else is really sad is I don't have a way of clearing that without sacrificing everything, but I do have Mad Wisp value. What is up, Druid? This deck is so terrible. It is just so absolutely terrible. It really is. It's just shockingly awful. Just dire. It is just dire. Pimwell. Oh, Pimwell. Come on, Grove Tender. Why is there a Wisp? Good question. Very good. Did he just ramp us both this late into the game? That's so pointless. Why would you do that? I mean, I like the card just because, the great outdoors. It's nice. Ooh, a 2/8 taunt. That is quite something. But I can do it. I can bash my way through. No. Oh, no, you can't kill the Wisp. We're okay. I know how taunt works. That's a very pointless hit. I'll be real. That's a very pointless hit. But that's okay. Shield block. Shield block. Into a Corcoran Elite. That's not bad. And then we'll draw once more. And then the Wolf Rider is pretty solid here. I think what we're going to do is sacrifice our poor Wisp, kill it with an Arcanite Reaper, and then push forward a load of damage with, massive charging action. Corcoran Elite coming up next. He's going to really throw down. In fact, I can Sunwalker and Corcoran to protect it somewhat, so that's nice. That is really nice. He's got to be thinking, seriously? I'm dying to someone who's playing Frostwolf Grunt. Well, I mean, this board is really for the Horde. We've got the Grunts, the Warlords, the Wolf Riders, and then we're going to have some charging Corcoran. I mean, it's just an Orc army going all up in here, which is pretty damn... No, my Orc army! Oh, they were killed by the moonlight. Turns out, Orcs don't like the moon. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? So that's going to have 4 health, which means I can Corcoran it away. Really should have given it an extra health, and I couldn't have done that, but, mistakes were made. And then we have no time for games, everybody. We need to inform our opponent here that we have 0 time for games. We just don't believe in games. Ooh, an extra 2 cards. That's good. Though it's kind of awkward. I mean, I'm tempted to just ignore it and just kill him. I feel like that might work out. But at the same... yeah, we're just... yeah. We'll just play for the victory here. Put that on, armor up, and we may as well put that on and reduce him to a grand total of 1 health. Give up, Pimwell. You've been bashed by a deck that is just... most Hijinks decks are stronger than this deck. That's the relative power level that we are working with here. It's just shocking. Okay. What are you gonna do to it? What are you gonna do to that Frostwolf? Don't do it. Yeah, you better concede. You better concede. Oh, that is what's up. I cannot actually believe that I just won a game with that deck. I think that's a sign to just accept it. Just really accept it. What I am going to do is I want to compare just real quick while we're here, just having fun. I want to see what it automatically thinks a good deck would be compared to my one. So all in all, I can see this. You know, we're teched in against the Murlocs. Oh, there needs to be a Murloc round of the tournament. We got crushed. We got Varian Winds. That's going nice for us. Bit of Hogger action. Hogger with Varian Winds not awful, because it summons the taunt, obviously, still. Yeah, I actually think this is better. So yeah, even the game can auto-suggest a better deck than what I came up with first in my Hearthstone career. Isn't that lovely? Alright, so to enter the tournament then, you're probably bursting to know there is an email in the description, ragehearthstone@gmail.com. Email it with the title Hijinks Tournament Application, and what I will say is I want you to have at least reached rank 10, just so at the very least you know what you're doing in terms of just the game and the cards, and, you know, you're not going to be hovering over every card that's played, reading it going, what does that do? You know, just a little bit of experience. And let's be honest, rank 10 is, practically everyone's been rank 10, so I want at least rank 10. Tell me why you'd be just a sterling and, quite frankly, all-round charming member of this tournament. And, yeah, that is... Oh, and leave your Skype, obviously, otherwise I can't really contact you and get you involved. That's probably a key feature, actually. So remember to leave your Skype, and I will... contact you if you have been chosen. And then for bonus points, if you also suggest a fun hijinksy round of the tournament rule, I will be, let's just say, more inclined to accept you. So there you go. But for now, this is the Hijinks tournament announcement. Let me know what you think. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it. And subscribe from... Oh, yeah, it's going to be 8 people, an 8-person tournament this time around. And if it's successful, I think we'll go bigger and better, change it up, and see what we can do. It's also going to be on EU. It'll be on EU, so you're welcome to play if you're American and have cards on EU, but, you know, for the most part, I imagine this will be mostly EU people, which is, you know, as much as I would love you Americans to get involved, don't get me wrong. In terms of time zones and stuff, it's difficult to do tournament rounds at, like, 3 in the morning for me when I'm half asleep, because the Americans are now in their evening and that's when they can play, so that kind of makes it difficult, you know what I'm saying. But that said, I would love some Americans to get involved if you have cards on EU and make it a very varied tournament. So yeah, my name's been Rage. Remember, like if you've enjoyed this, subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the first round. Oh, goodbye.